It is the first Friday night in some time that there are options if you want to go out. Movie theaters that have been dark for most of the year reopening today. Harkins Theaters, the first major chain in Arizona to reopen their doors to guests, with dozens of locations back up and running this evening. Meantime, bars are also allowed to reopen for the first time in 2 months. They do have to keep capacity at 50% or less. When the state reopened in mid-May, it shut down again just 6 weeks later. The state health department trying to avoid a similar situation this time around, setting up a way for people to report businesses not following the rules. But as ABC 15's Mike Pelton shows us, in the valley, there's no proof just yet any additional enforcement is taking place.
Well, the state says they will enforce the guidelines. In just a day after more businesses around Arizona had a chance to reopen, just in Maricopa County, hundreds of complaints rolled in. And today, the former state health director tells me the next 2 weeks are critical if the state wants to prove they mean business. Cleaning down equipment at Elevate Fitness, formerly Elite Fitness, this week marks a new name and new chance to open. Owner Darren Sigris tells me they're exceeding required safety guidelines.
Tremendously. We have about 100 sanitizing bottles that are always ready and able for the members.
Masks, social distancing, 25% capacity, and the list goes on.
Tremendously serious. I think for everybody, for our members, what we're explaining to them, and everybody's been great about it, but what we're explaining and their understanding is, hey, we want to stay open.
On Thursday, the Department of Health Services reported more than 700 businesses, like bars serving food, gyms, and theaters, pledged to play by the rules, allowing them to reopen in limited form. Now with the hotline complaints rolling into the state. In Maricopa County, 243 on Thursday alone.
This is the critical control point right now. These next 2 weeks, we've got to make sure that the compliance system is real, the sanctions are real, that it's effective, that it works. Because if we don't, the merchants are just going to start doing whatever they want.
That's Arizona's former health director, Will Humble. The Arizona Department of Health Services, in a press release, previously identified greater enforcement. Quote, ADHS has entered into contracts with most local public health departments to investigate complaints and enforce these requirements. On Friday, a Maricopa County official acknowledging they're still in negotiations with the state and a contract hasn't been finalized. Now, ADHS has the ability to investigate and initiate enforcement on their own, too. We have not yet heard back if that's happening in Maricopa County, as eyes are watching to see if there's true enforcement.
To be honest, it really depends on whether this is a serious compliance system that is prioritized or whether it was just a press release.
I think the state's going to take it extremely seriously, and that's why we're taking it extremely seriously.
Darren says he can't afford another shutdown.
We're going to keep our facility as straight and narrow as we can.
He hopes everyone else also plays by the rules. In Chandler, Mike Pelton, ABC 15, Arizona.
Mike, thanks. And in just the past half hour, we did hear back from the Department of Health Services. They say their inspectors are reviewing and investigating complaints in Maricopa County.